The Department of European Political and Governance Studies offers numerous opportunities for students to both expand their academic qualifications as well as their professional development. We have an extensive flying faculty of faculty members that come from across Europe, so the students are able to have not only an academic experience, but also a professional experience, building up their professional networks and learning some key insights from insiders within Brussels. So to give one example, I teach a course on economic and monetary union, and I'm an academic, and I co-teach it with a colleague from the European Central Bank. And that gives students a very interesting perspective and a view towards economic and monetary union. Well, Bruges itself is a very beautiful city and it's quite idyllic, and it is an ideal atmosphere. It is a very intense year in which students are not only taking many courses but also participating in numerous extracurricular activities. And so they have the benefits on the one hand of being in a small town, but also being so close to Brussels. We're able to bring in many speakers to meet with the students, and so they also have that benefit of being in a large city, well, not being in a large city, but having access to people in a large city, particularly the capital of Europe. So students normally follow one of three different paths. The first one is working for the European institutions, including, for example, the European Commission or the European Parliament. Another would be working in consulting, public affairs, basically within the private sector, but with an aim towards perhaps lobbying or public affairs. And then finally, we have some students that wind up working for their national governments, or perhaps they might work for the foreign ministry dealing with European affairs. First of all, the European Union is a key strategic partner, both from an economic perspective as well as a political perspective. So if you have any aims towards an international career, this would be to your advantage. Secondly, if you are interested more generally in political science and international relations, the European Union presents a very interesting model of what could happen and how an international organization can evolve at one end of the spectrum. So I think that even for non-European students, that a year in Bruges at the Department of European Political and Governance Studies would be very well spent.